Today we will talk about 5 levels of supply chain planning. So what happens generally as soon as on-time delivery goes down or inventory goes up, people generally start blaming, oh, something is wrong with planning. It may be true or it may not be, but what we need to understand, what are the levels of planning we are talking here. Supply chain planning happens at different levels and at different times depending on the resource, and this is organized at 5 levels of supply chain planning horizons. So what are they? So if you can see in this picture, you can see the organizational breadth on the y-axis and planning horizon on the x-axis. So if you start from top down, so the first one is the profit plan, which happens on the yearly basis, followed by sales, inventory and operations plan, which happens on the monthly basis, and after that you should have a master plan, which should happen on a bi-weekly basis, and then you should have a material plan, which should be on a weekly to daily basis, and a factory plan. So let's dive into each of them one by one. So profit plan, which mostly happens on an annual basis over the 12 months period, and profit plan is mostly a financial exercise where you talk about what should be, or anticipate as such, that what should be your receive, what should the new product you will be launching, what should be the head count, what is the capital investment or facilities. In most businesses, if you think about targets like inventory, they are measured against what is the days on hand or stock turns you have set up, right? Therefore, the starting point is the profit plan for most of the organization. So what comes under below, if you think about it as a monthly process, which look into the 12 months forecast as a horizon, is the sales, inventory and operations planning. I mean, SIOP is in itself, people can write books on it. We cannot cover in this short vlog, but in simplistically speaking, SIOP is a cross-functional process, is a planning process designed to keep demand and supply in balance by monitoring external market demands, changes to the sales department, and communicating marketing changes to the internal organization. So what happened during that monthly process? It should provide you a realistic demand, talking about production capacities, what should be your inventory plan to meet your customer requirement. It is a cross-functional process. Marketing should be involved, production, finance folks, and supply chain, of course. It should be documented, and it's mostly required communication and coordination in different departments. So it happens on a 5-step basis. You start with the data gathering, looking at your sales history, understand your demand, planning a demand forecast, taking your inputs from your sales and marketing folks, come up with the unconstrained demand forecast, which feeds into your supply planning, where you look into what your supply plan, supply constraints, any delivery issues, capacity constraint, manning issues, so on and so forth. So by reconciling your unconstrained demand with your supply plans, you should come up with your integrated or consensus forecast, which should feed into your regional executive review. More to follow, hopefully. So once you've gone through the SIOP process, I think this feeds into your master production schedule, and I've seen not many businesses carry that sort of position. I think for me, it's very important, because master production schedule is the process, supply planning process, which links between marketing and sales and manufacturing operations and engineering functions, right? Where there are 3 driving factors, which is what should be your manufacturing activities, purchasing activities, and engineering related activities. To have a good MPS, a solid stable MPS, you need to have accurate bombs, and you to have the inventory accuracy. So following that, I think we follow the weekly or daily materials planning process. From that, you have different systems. Some people run weekly MRPs, some people work on a spreadsheet creating production schedules. Your weekly process also create your supply schedules. It could be done by min-max planning, it could be done by reorder point, it could be done on a Kanban replenishment. The point is, there has to be some sort of planning process on a weekly, daily basis to understand customer requirement and meets customer requirement, right? The last but not least, a factory planning schedule. And I think we underestimate the importance of the factory plan or line scheduling. Generally, people release the MRP or work order on a shop floor and let production guys fix it. And I think this is where supply chain guys should take ownership and work with manufacturing guys and have a proper line schedule where they measure work order on time to release and work order on time to delivery, which links with on time delivery to a customer. If managed by Kanban or min-max system, then planners need to maintain inventory levels to trigger levels to maintain a min-max stock and Kanban quantities. So if you want to know more about this blog, about the 5-level supply chain planning, you can click on my blog, which you can see on the card. Hopefully we will stay in touch, and more to follow. If you have any feedback, please do leave at the bottom of this video. Thank you very much. Cheers.